What you're about to watch will make you question if a nation like Nigeria actually have a government. Because it comes to one question: how did we get here? So please sit back, relax, and watch this. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Our children are suffering. We mothers are mourning. We have been crying for the sake of that 2-year-old child. Please.
M.O. is my name. I'm a teacher at the community high school.
I am Mrs. Alamu, FR. I am the principal of community high school, CLF, in Orire local government of Oyo.
There was a time when villages slept with their doors open. And there was a time when kidnapping was rare enough to make national headlines. But somewhere along the road, everything changed. Today, kidnapping has evolved into one of the most profitable criminal enterprise in this country. How did Africa's most populous nation reach this point? This is the story of how kidnapping transformed from an occasional crime into a multi-billion naira industry. The goal was publicity, leverage, and pressure on authorities. But something dangerous was happening. A lesson was being learned. Kidnapping worked. It generated attention and it also generated money. It often produced results. Soon, criminal elements began copying the tactics. What started as a politically motivated abductions gradually evolved into something else entirely: a business. As years passed by, Nigerians faced growing economic challenges. Youth unemployment increased. Millions of young people struggled to find meaningful opportunities. Entire communities felt abandoned by development. In some regions, poverty deepened while corruption scandals dominated headlines. For many criminals, kidnapping offered a shortcut to wealth. Unlike armed robbers, kidnappers could repeatedly profit from a single victim. Unlike theft, ransom payments could reach millions. The risk was very high, but the reward was higher. And words began to spread, and the business expanded. Then came another factor: proliferation of weapons. Conflicts across parts of West Africa created pathway through which firearms entered the regions. Armed groups, bandits, criminals, and other opportunists gained access to increasingly sophisticated weapons. What once required a handful of criminals could now be carried out by a heavily armed network. Forests became hideouts. Remote villages became targets. Roads became hunting grounds. The kidnappers were no longer isolated criminals. many were becoming organized enterprise. In northern Nigeria, another crisis emerged: the rise of the extremists. The rise of extremist violence displaced millions of people. Entire communities were uprooted. Security forces became stretched across multiple fronts. Bandit groups flourished in areas where government presence was weak. Many of these groups discovered that kidnapping was more profitable than cattle rustling or village raids. Ransom payments became a reliable source of income. Victims ranged from farmers to businessmen, from students to traditional rulers, from ordinary villagers to government officials. No one was completely beyond reach. Perhaps the most shocking development was the mass abduction of school children. Schools that should have been places of learning suddenly became targets. Armed groups stormed boarding schools, carried away several students, hundreds of students. Families faced impossible choices. Government faced enormous pressure. The world watched in horror, and the kidnappers learned another lesson: the larger the kidnapping, the greater the leverage. The greater the leverage, the greater the potential reward. But kidnapping thrives on more than guns. It thrives on fear. Every successful ransom sends a message. Every victim released after payments strengthens the perception that kidnapping is profitable. I speak with anger because families often face a terrible dilemma: pay and hope for the safe return of a loved one, or refuse and risk tragedy. For many, there is no real choice. The emotional pressure is overwhelming, and the criminals knows this. Technology has also changed the landscape. Mobile phones allow kidnappers to negotiate from hidden locations. Banking systems, informal money transfers, and digital communications have altered how ransom demands are made. Criminal networks can coordinate operations across large distances. Information travel faster than ever. Unfortunately, so do criminal tactics. The rise of kidnapping is not simply a story about criminals. It is a story of governance, about poverty, about inequality, about unemployment, about weak institutions, about communities caught between violence and survival. Expert argues that security operations alone cannot solve this crisis. Even when gangs are dismantled, new groups often emerged. As long as economic depression and desperation remains, widespread criminal recruitment remains possible. As long as large ungoverned spaces exist, criminal networks can find refuge. As long as corruption weakens institutions, public trust suffers. Despite the grim reality, there are signs of resistance. Security agencies continue operations against criminal networks. Communities have formed local security partnerships. Some regions have seen reductions in certain forms of kidnapping through coordinated efforts. But the challenge remains enormous, because kidnapping is no longer merely a crime. In many areas, it has become an economy an underground industry powered by fear, desperation, and opportunity. The story of kidnapping in Nigeria is ultimately a warning about what happens when poverty meets weak security, when unemployment meets criminal opportunity, when governors struggle to keep peace with growing challenges. The question facing Nigeria today is not whether kidnapping is a national crisis. That answer is already clear. The real question is whether the country can dismantle the conditions that allow these industries to flourish in the first place. Because until those roots are addressed, the business of kidnapping may continue to evolve, and the cost will be paid not in money alone, but in lives, communities, and the future of a nation. There is one philosophy I've come to understand: that power is not always dangerous because of the people who hold it. Power becomes dangerous when nobody can challenge it. See you in my next episode, and God bless you. God bless Nigeria, and definitely we will move to the higher place God has set us to be. Stay safe, and God bless you.